Overlord, or do they just keep it the small?
Yeah, I've seen a mixture of both.
Okay.
I think it definitely depends on the matchup. Now, I'm actually wondering if this Bristleback ever gets rotated to carry in this situation. I think that would have been a really cool flex.
5 Omni, and
I think it would have been a really cool...
What a highlight. The 2 TPs ended it.
Oh, he's hexed.
All right. Oh, he's actually stuck inside the corner. Nisha uses his ultimate. The black hole is going to be right on top of him. That's the first blood for Makoto. They get 2 as Nisha continuing on with the Rolling Thunder, but a nice snowball to mitigate a lot of that damage. And now Nisha in quite a bit of trouble, but a V2 making his way over. Jokum taken out by Nisha as Makoto able to get out of dodge, so ends up being a 2-for-1 split. No established meta. Everybody's trying different stuff. We're seeing this ridiculously passive game from essentially both sides. We've seen the absolute mega 5-man push lineups.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of everything.
As Stone Gaze, 23 Savage.
Oh, that's a late
TP's
TP.
pretty late.
That is.
He could have done it right away, and it's going to cost him.
Oh, boy.
That's going to end up being a really easy kill for Liquid. Still with the Aegis advantage, they give the kill to Nisha. Meanwhile, top, boat into the black hole. They want Saberlight. Insania not in range. If he was there a second earlier, I think they actually just save him and waste all those ults from the side of Talon. But at the very least for them, they get something out of this global damage rune for V-Tune.
Yep.
Aegis for a minute 45. In a game with this much passivity, what can they get out of it?
I mean, the thing about this is the teams are still trying to take towers, right? It's like, this is the 3rd tier 1 tower for Liquid, and now they're going to find Tusk.
Yes, they do. Boat is coming, though. Nice damage mitigation, able to eat his way out, but the Rolling Thunder should finish the job. No, does not connect the second time. Oh, there it does. And a shield crash to finish the job. Nisha X into the Torrent. Plenty of support for Liquid.
Yeah, this Liquid lineup is really good right now. They are very much in the right to put pressure at the current point. Shadow Fiend has the completed Pike, Mask of Madness, still has Aegis for another minute. And as we've seen, it's difficult for Talon to fight into them, especially without Black Hole. It's kind of difficult to envision the type of fight they would want to take.
Oh, they're going to find the connection. Nature's Prophet dead. Makoto pops the BKB. Into what exactly? 23 Savage makes his way over. A nice torrent onto 2 onto the high ground is 23. He's going to get Requiem from the high ground here. Gets off his Stone Gaze. Gorgon's Grasp, not going to finish the job. Is 23 Savage getting pretty low on mana right now. They get the punch up Nisha in the midst of all of this. The Aegis is lost, but so is 23 Savage. As Nisha eventually taken out as well. V-Tune with his 2nd life. What can he get out of this? Rasta eventually be finished off as well as 3 members of Liquid dead. As V-Tune and Saberlight have to try to fend for themselves, but they're going to lose the SF. Double kill for WS, and now the TP. The X will bring him back. Saberlight is dead. So a full team wipe in the end for Talon. And it did require a buyback for Cuckoo, but they will certainly take that.
I wonder if this is a mistake from Saberlight to not run Snot Rocket this game. I think you have enough. Maybe it's a good question why he values the 4-step this early. Maybe it's just a recognition that the nature of fights that Team Liquid will take is very much about chasing. Like SF needs to keep running heroes down together with Bristle and the Pango, and by virtue of having 4-step, he can save himself or a teammate, of course, from that type of play.
Boxy with a drive-by chicken.
Sounds delicious. Oh, I see 23 here.
Another X.
Oh, this
time
is
with a 23,
super awkward.
and yeah, it was just a matter of time before that happened. Boxley's dead. 6K lead now for Talon. And their lineup, I mean, obviously they didn't do anything but farm the first 10 minutes, but just looking at the lineup, this is a scary one to have a lead, I feel like.
Yeah. Cuckoo used teleportation.
He did use it officially, ladies and gentlemen. And Saberlight going to get punched in the air. WS with the 4-staff Midnight Pulse. Guardian Angel onto Saberlight. They're going to focus down the Enigma. Crimson Guard and Essence Ring keeping him alive, but he finally does drop. Now 23 Savage still relatively healthy. Shield crash from Nisha is a Requiem on the sideline from V2. They get 3 kills onto Talon. They blow up the Medusa now as Makoto, the last remaining member of Talon. And it's only a matter of time before he gets dropped. An ultra kill for SyndereN. You were talking about that goof acid. Well, this one worked out this time around.
That was great in that fight. And of course, the result we all expected. Talon get a 6,000 gold lead and have all their spells and therefore get stomped in a fight without Aegis and with Black Hole.
Well, it is hard to play without BKB on Enigma, I will say.
His play was also a little bit crazy, right? He force-staffed in offensively and was thinking about black holing. He's like, oh, wait, this is a bad position. And, well, you're not getting back out without your force-staff.
Yeah.
So, WS bit over more than he could chew, and that was...
And Roche belches, so they know. So Makoto picks it up.
I mean, they're
already at half HP.
So fast.
Ice Shorts actually blocked him off a bit. There's the Stone Gaze, but Nisha pops his ult, and now to focus onto the Enigma. Pops the Ghost, but looks like they're not going to be able to finish him off. And Roche is actually snatched Aegis for V2. So the kill went to Talon, it seemed.
Did he kill him with the Manta illusions or what?
I'm not sure. But either way, Liquid get the goodies. That's the most important part. And Boxy going in really deep to get that Hex. He's not going to get any cover from his team. So that's just a feed as the rest of Liquid back away.
I'm not going to point fingers at whose fault that was, but they were definitely not on the same page.
Yeah.
So, taking that. Too conceptually difficult to balance.
Yeah.
So, Makoto.
Boxy caught off again, but yeah, it's going to have to be the Nightfall away from the
Oh, this is... Oh, that was so close to getting the heal off. He's got
they had the axe
life regardless.
Oh,
Yeah,
never mind.
Joachim went in to execute Boxy there, and he was so close to getting saved by Omni. The heal. Tormentor, yeah, they do this quickly as well, by the way, lest we forget.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to be a shard for Insania. The double purification cast, not bad.
Yeah. Is on Talon. Liquid have literally nothing to play for, right? I guess... Is there, we look at that graphic every day, is there a prize pool?
Yeah, there's a little pay jump. Every position matters.
And in terms of the points, they're already going to Riyadh.
Yeah, they have enough points, so just playing for, you know, practice and for a little prize pool increase for the team.
Fortification activated.
There's Heart.
Yeah, Midnight Pulse pretty good against it, though.
Barely.
Going to keep him in play. He's going to get Tidal Wave to the other side. Does pop the Crimson, and Stone Gaze from 23 Savage. He gets to hit Saberlight from the front, and that's going to be the death of the Warthog. 70 seconds of no Saberlight. Nisha gets off the Rolling Thunder a little bit late. V-Tune, not the most effective Requiem. Does hit several members, but there's no follow-up. And now the Black Hole onto Nisha. Oh, he gets Tidal Waved out of it. The Shackle to follow, though, onto the Tusk. That is a long-range one. Joachim is the first to fall on the side of Talon. And now 23 Savage, a snake inside of snakes. Samuel L. Jackson would be proud.
I don't think I've ever seen a Pango have that much barrier.
That was a lot.
He had like 2,000 when they black holed him. He didn't take damage in black hole.
But yeah, you're right. It's not the same as the old days for sure.
Oh, V-Tune
the
gets
kick. Oh, V-Tune. Oh, a nice Tidal Wave onto 2 as well. This would be a really good Black Hole if they can get in position. Stone Gaze applied as well. Requiem fears most of the team away. They've lost their Omni already, and here's the Black Hole onto 2. Even catches the Pango, and that is going to be a dead Rasta, Shadow Fiend, Bristleback, name your hero. They're all dead. Full team wipe in favor of Talon. It cost them a buyback onto Cuckoo. And now with a 9K commanding lead, and they can get Roche right off the bat as well. Huge fight for Talon.
Yeah, good patience there. WS just waited and waited and waited for the right opportunity, and then he gets a perfect Black Hole for the situation. And we'll also get Aegis and Refresher and Cheese. This is such an early third Roche. It feels weird to say that out loud at 37 minutes, but
yeah,
just the
extra bit of invincibility or hidden invulnerability
gives him some hidden.
23 obviously has the Daedalus and a few minutes away from getting the Silver Edge, which will be
Yeah.
Saberlight's doom.
Big against the Bristle. He got his 25 talent now on Dusa as well. So way tankier than before with the plus 40 int. Still one of the weirder level 25 talents. Like, it obviously conceptually makes sense on the hero. It's just not that interesting, I guess.
Yep. Now they're going to
out.
kick off onto the Bristleback. I don't know if you want to actually fully commit to that. It's 23. His mana is starting to evaporate here. He has the second life, but this feels a little early. He's dead.
That was kind of a
Time number 1. Nisha ult running out now. Requiem ready to go for V-Tune's going to cancel it though. There's the black hole coming out onto 2. And it's a massive 2. 2 cores dead for Liquid.
Wait, what?
As WS has the refresher shard available, has not used it yet, and now the buildings are in peril. The melee Rax mid is almost dead as well as Cuckoo TPs, gets hexed, shackled. There's the buyback onto Saberlight. Off the Ghost Scepter, stay alive on the Nature's Prophet. The Rasa just melts under the pressure. The full lane in bottom is down. And now the focus onto V-Tune, getting purified there. We're going to see the black hole come out again. It's only on the Bristleback, but these Liquid heroes are melting to the pressure of 23 Savage. He's going to get a huge Lotus to get his mana back to full, and thus essentially his HP, as V-Tune will die again. And that should do it. Ultra kill for 23 Savage. GG's call. Talon. Game number 1 in the books.
I don't understand. In that first fight, why did they not GA? I'm a little bit baffled here. Insania was he stopped by something? Maybe he was stunned by a stone gaze or whatever. He was standing outside of the black hole. That was a full 4-second black hole. His 2 teammates are inside it. Obviously, the way GA works now with the ground cast, I would have thought he could reach them and extend that fight and make it more complicated. Eventually gets off a Guardian Angel on the second black hole, but at that point, it's just too little too late.
Like that's
Because
a lot
of
of
the phase
issues.
movement?
Yeah, there's a lot of issues.
That
with
should
this
be
hero.
disabled until like a minute into the game as like a reason.
Ooh, that's Doom
you
carry.
Doom. Okay. I don't mind that either, actually, because I think Doom offlane would have struggled a lot against like a Marcy Drow safe lane or like
I think this pick is good, right?
Yeah, true. And they have the support Tinker for Insania, which we've seen many a time. And then for Talon, you mentioned the Mars. 23 Savage is playing the position 1 Doombringer as he's going to get rebounded. You can see that facet already coming into play. He's going to get disposed after the fact. They will eventually get this, but the Hex just in time. Cuckoo kills off Saberlight.
wow.
23 Savage dies last, which means he gets all the experience.
With an early level 2 Shackle. No, as a matter of fact, he goes 1-1-1 here. But yeah, they're going to fight for this. See.
Yep, 3-minute Lotus. Saberlight taking the brunt of the damage right now. Will be shackled on the outside, and 23 Savage. These Quill Sprays are starting to stack up. Gonna focus on the Boxy for now, but there's the rebound, bringing back into 23 Savage's face, and he dies first this time. So Liquid gonna be relatively happy. Although the Lotus is given up to Cuckoo. Saberlight barely getting away. One more right click if he can get it off, but the Bristleback passive still not up. Cuckoo. Well, he's got 5 seconds on the Ether Shock. Has the Hex. Has Shackle. Gets the Hex via the chicken fingers, and eventually the Zap.
Yeah, another great trade for them. And I believe in the meantime.
Bramble's being put out just in case, as Nisha will go around the long way. 30 seconds away from the first power run, so Joko might just stick around here. As top again, the action continues. Cuckoo gonna get rebounded on, stuns both heroes. As 23 Savage trying to get a Constellation prize in Boxy, he will, but it might be at the cost of his own life. Saberlight taking some damage via the tomato. Insania comes to steal some XP.
Yeah, you're seeing the concept that this Liquid lane plays on against the carry Doom. And
3 deaths already.
if it weren't for the very bad start they had with the first exchange, they lost 1-2. You're seeing the... Has to be very careful. And Talon have shown a good ability to jump on opportunities given. Especially with their Shadow Shaman, has been one of their best picks for Cuckoo. Currently 2-1-3 in this game, so delivering.
23 has to be careful. Boxy can rebound them both in, and he
through.
will, and then he gets one right click off because he had a bazillion goos upon him. And now the turnaround from the support side. Saberlight,
Oh, that's
blood
an important
grenade.
blood grenade. It's not enough, though.
It is not.
Oh, it is.
It is.
It is enough.
Good call.
Just barely. Thought he was going to out-regen that. A
They
narrow
get the turnaround
kill.
but another death on a 23. That's his 4th of the game.
Yeah.
There's Insania He will group up with the rest of the team as 23 Savage TP's in to try to save his comrade. He gets the Doom on an important target. Nisha dead. Rasta stays alive for a really long time. Cuckoo eventually will tick out, but the Marcy follows suit, and Insania does have the move speed to get away.
Yeah, and ironically, you keep harping on the number of deaths 23 has. He's easily top net worth in the game, though.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that up as VTune. He's going to take his first death of the game to Makoto's Zip with, of course, the Arena to help out.
Because, yeah, you're dying a couple of times on Doom, but a lot of it has been trading, and he has really good CS regardless. So it's not... The times at which he's dying are never for free. His game looks just fine. Oh, missed the rebound.
Misses this time. He gets disposed, though. 23 Savage. This is going to be another death to his name. Yes. Will Talon get the trade that they came for, though?
Oh, they will.
That is a big bedlam from Jokum. The Snakes put down as well. And they get 2 off the back of 23's.
He's going to need this Blade Mail to nothing.
Yep, he's going to use it. They're going to try to wait it out. Brambles.
TP actually came in from Nisha looking for a counterplay. Talon.
He's going to orb in. He finds the Dark Willow and the Toil onto Doom, 2, but the Doom has arrived. And this is going to be a bigger kill going the way of Talon, so they get 2 cores. He's trying to deny himself, and it is not going to happen. 23, another death for the road, but like you've talked about, he doesn't seem to mind too much.
How often do you see a carry being 4 to 6 and then having
top net worth?
1,000 more net worth than the second hero? You can't even pin it on the Devour very much either.
Yeah, it's
he wasn't like maxing Devour or anything early on. He has it now at level 4, but he did go 1-4-1, which is very standard for the carry Doom. So, yeah. Doom really is a...
Was just nerfed, of course.
This really isn't a hero that... I don't know, that facet is just so... It feels like you're playing with cheats. In a way. It's like you're just exploiting something that's not meant to be a part of it.
Which we have seen many times. But this one is legal.
Yeah.
Makoto zipping in, try to get off Insania, but they're going to lose the Dark Willow instead. Doom onto the Bristle, but no damage follow-up at all. So 23 kind of isolated now. Makoto uses the rest of his mana, but there's the Arena from WS. The Snakes go down as well. They get the Spear onto the Drow Ranger, into the Shackle as well. And that's 3 dead in the blink of an eye on top of Liquid. And the chase is on. Saberlight getting blocked by Boxy as Cuckoo has the dust, the rebound. But the spear onto the Marcy. Another zip from Makoto. They want to get the Bristle first. Much more important kill. They will get him. So Boxy, the lone survivor here, as Talon went in a ginormous team fight.
That was such a good arena.
I wonder how much Nisha has played around with the curveball facet.
Yeah.
Not opting for it here. The Hex on the Cuckoo is going to prevent the gank onto Makoto. As Cuckoo now tries to run away, but this feels like what Rasta does these days.
It's a good death.
Makoto.
So
greedy.
Yeah. They do see him too, but he has a ward of his own.
Get that last Ancient. And now we'll use all his mana to get away.
Yeah, effectively wasted Boxy's time.
Oh, wait.
Radiant are scanning.
Greed, will it be your downfall?
Oh,
waning Rift Coil. Man, that is way too greedy.
Well, from his perspective, he doesn't know they're chasing him, right? He might feel like
I thought he said he had a ward.
Oh, that was the previous one, right?
Yeah.
So he got out of that a while ago, but they just assumed he was going to farm the last camp before going back to base, and they were right.
Yep, Storm Spirits, man. You know. Well, it'll be close to a trade on the mid-tier 1. Ends up being the case as they get the Hex onto Nisha. The zip on in as well. Terrorized, misses. Nice save from Boxy, but they get the Shackle from above. And the Cursed Crown to follow. They actually have so much stun lock. Even the defense matrix used on Puck, it's not enough. Nisha still dies. They throw everything at him. And it's enough as Makoto chasing Boxy, but the pipe is placed. Another rebound to get away. And the Shackle onto the Tinker. See, WS uses his ult, tries to catch the Drow, does not, but they'll be still okay with the 2 supports. They get the Yules into the spear. V-Tune stuck in a horrific spot now. Cursed Crown will bring him down the first time. Yeah, they're going to continue to surround. As they still have Doom if they want it. They don't even remotely need it. 4 dead. They could use it here. 23 Savage. They're still going to surround, and they still do not need the ultimate. Even Cuckoo survives. Full team wipe, including Aegis.
Yeah, that was a 6 for 0. And ironically, what started all of this was Liquid were trying to save their puck. This could have been 1 kill.
Yeah.
If Nisha just gets caught there and dies and you say, all right, shit happens, but it's one of
With that, Cuckoo changes his mind on the Midas, by the way, so it's going to be an Aether Lens. Team player.
Yeah, I like that a lot better. Well, finds
Sania spotted. Makoto, it's not going to be the easiest kill.
He's got Glimmer. Makoto's just trying to poke out a response.
The dust.
Oh,
Spear
nice
misses
warp
thanks to
flare.
the warp flare, and Boxy with the rebound. Pops his ult as well, focusing on Makoto, but he has the BKB as the Terrorize being faked out for the time being. Cuckoo puts his snakes down, and Boxy down and out, and that's a big one. Terrorize onto the puck as meanwhile, the Doom applied to V-Tune. He's going to go down solo to 23 Savage as Nisha gets the Yules off inside of the Mars Arena. We'll be able to orb away. Blinks to the left as 23 wants to chase, but the Hex. And that will be enough, surely. Blink is down right now. Spear, perfect timing. Nisha dead. 3-0 Talon.
Yeah, this is how you play against Drow.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Putting them now in a great position. So Roche, early respawn is in 1:30. So we're probably just going to see more skirmishing onto the Bristol. This is not the best target.
Oh, nice rebound again. Boxy all over the place, but the Curse Crown is gorgeous onto both heroes. Marcy certainly dead. Oh, but he's going to get healed up at the last moment. Boxy actually gets away, and Joachim is the one that drops instead.
Yeah, they're playing Glimmer on Marcy, Glimmer on Tinker, and Holy Locket with the barrier from Matrix. Surely, conversations have been started about Nullifier, and yeah, 23 Savage has in his quick buy. So at least he will be getting one.
Radiant are scanning.
SNY for 23 now.
Dire's bottom tower
Now finally,
is
Drow
under
gets a
attack.
BKB as well, so didn't even finish the pike, just went
Oh, Saberlight.
double defensive item.
They're going to see him here. Cuckoo blinks away. Oh, see the Marcy waiting on the back line. He's actually going to get soloed here by the Snakes. That is a kill. Gets the Essence Ring off, though. Doesn't matter. Now WS, this is another bleeding situation potentially for Liquid as a big ol' zip into the Doom.
Yeah,
And V-Tune with the BKB can't do anything. We'll have to run and die.
They also get Nisha without...
Nisha, he does get the phase shift off. Static Remnant available, and it blows him up on return. And another situation where Talon just take the fight pretty handily.
I mean, Talon are just better, right? just say it as it is. When you're looking at these fights, they look so in sync, so quick. I think this whole initiation, the way Cuckoo started out finding Boxy there, he was in a... It's really hard to play on constant defense. It just is. Against a team that has so overwhelmingly strong jump, Blink, Hex, plus Storm, plus Doom, you can barely slip up before you just get insta-killed with 0 counterplay. Liquid now going to smoke to try to contest this Roche, but it's too late.
They have to try.
Should be dead when they arrive.
Makoto likely to take the Aegis. Boxy. Oh. The Waning Rift onto the Dark Willow. She dies instantly as Makoto. Gonna get that Roshan's banner, not gonna bother. Gonna force the BKB onto Nisha, but now again the focus is onto the Drow. The double spear as well. V-Tune is gonna burn away. And meanwhile on the other side, 23 Savage, perfectly healthy to continue fighting here. The Doom was applied to the Bristleback as Insania gets taken out. 3 dead for Liquid. And now the big zip for Makoto using basically the rest of his mana. We'll get the Electric Vortex on the Saberlight. And yeah, the Yules to cancel out the Orb. And now Nisha gets another Orb off. This will be a difficult one without Makoto having mana. So Nisha might be able to get away. Yules again. And Spear does hit. And the zip with the last remaining mana of Makoto. Double kill. Full team wipe again. It's been like 3 in a row for Talon.
Yeah.
It did require a buyback onto Joachim. And of course the death for Cuckoo. But that is a very good state of affairs for Talon.
And this time around, they find a different approach to solving the Drow problem. This time they didn't doom him. Oh, it's double for him?
Indeed.
Look at it. Instant smoke.
Radiant's top tower is under
Even if it's
attack.
dispelled, the brambles come off, right?
Yeah.
That is strong. Insania to the south. Oh boy, Talon. They know. Oh, they see V-Tune. It's like, oh, there's a Drow here as well? Sure. They get the Drow easily. Insania will follow him.
Dude, V2 has no game, and he's top net worth in his team. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is sick. Wow.
There's just nothing to write home about for the side of Liquid. Just nobody having a good game. Not a single of their players. Their cores have died respectively 9, 8, and 7 times. The lowest death count on their team is the support team. Usually Tinker is the guy getting killed because he has all the barriers, so you focus him so he can't save his teammates.
Yeah.
Talon are just killing everything they see. It's just, everything's just kill on sight. It's just too easy. In goes WS again. Oh, that was maybe a little bit too crazy. We'll see
The
about
BKB
that.
pop from Boxy. Going to try to focus down WS. He's still going to be healthy, though. And now 23savage comes in with the Doom. Shackle applied as well.
Not too crazy at all.
Bristol dead. I mean, with this type of net worth lead, it kind of doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, their building hitting is not particularly great. So this is not a game that will just end instantly.
Oh, Doom hits okay.
I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not like a drow.
That's true. I mean, he hits for, what's this, about 320.
He does have
Decent
AC,
attack
which
speed,
will start
AC
to help.
for the minus armor.
Radiant's bottom barracks
Quite good. I've seen worse pushes in my life.
Yeah, we've seen a lot this
Nice try from V2 and tried to deny the barracks. I want to give him a shout out for that. Style points, love that.
but he didn't get it.
He did not, but he tried, and that's pretty much the
Good effort is what you're saying.
epitome of Liquid's group stage 2 is we tried.
Yeah.
For Talon, this is a, at this point, should be a foregone conclusion to just grab this game. 30 galvanized stacks, by the way, on Mikoto. That's a high number. And this, of course, winning this game would put them at 5-2, like you mentioned, which is a guarantee. You just can't get over it. Dude, it's been a year.
No, you didn't let me finish.
No, I don't
You just assume what I'm going to say is 23savage, they jump in. This might be the end of the game here, potentially. Saberlight gets off the blade mail. And he's going to be the first to fall for Liquid. Has to buy back into the game. Dispose onto the Dark Willow. Gets evaporated, actually. It's 23savage now. Just easily right-clicks through Boxy. Another buyback now. As the zip from Makoto gets the Electric Vortex onto V2. Nisha with the BKB. There's WS. The arena not going to be that effective. And now Talon might need to reset with all these buybacks coming out.
Yeah. Bit of a failed fight for Talon. I mean, you get 2 buybacks, but I'm saying failed specifically because all the other fights have been so good that if you have an okay one, it looks bad by comparison.
Yeah, I actually forgot about the Hex breaking at 15.
Yeah, they also have that. Yep.
Now, speaking of Hex,
Nice
this
find.
one on to Nisha. Boxy gets the rebound, but the Doom was there, and that is a dead Nisha for a long time.
God, he can't even TP out. There's so much damage.
23savage is hitting like a truck right now with that Alpha Wolf pack leader aura. V-Tune
Travels level 2.
next on the list. 3 dead for Liquid. That should do it, honestly.
That's what I call game ogre.
Radiant's middle tower
A
is
full
under
minute of
attack.
5v2. No buybacks. Talon can kind of choose here how they want to win.
And they
This is
still
a good
have
feeling.
snakes. They still have the snakes ready to go. As the Tinker is caught, Insania dead. That's 4 dead without buyback, mind you.
Time for the 5th one.
Yep.
One
Still
more
not
for the
calling
road.
GG. Saberlight, Hex, that's the break. And Doomed, just for good measure. Full team wipe. No buybacks on anybody. Still not calling GG.
All right, you could, I was sure. I was like, if we get 23 on camera, he's going to be laughing his ass off.
for sure.
Doomed a 5% player in a 5v1. That's a real middle finger Doom
Oh, yeah.
right there.
No doubt, no doubt. You might as well at that point.
Oh, that's funny. It's one of my favorite moments of the game. It's completely worthless Doom cast.
Oh, yeah, you get that hydration, 23.
That's right. The more
You
water,
deserve
the
it.
better this guy is.
That's true. It could be inside his body or out. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
He's good to go.
Just make sure he's wet and he'll perform.
So wet, he makes everybody else as well.